boys and girls. I am behind my desk because I want to show you all of the materials that you need today before we get started. So, we are going to make our penguin craft. You did such a great job on your writing, and now we get to have some fun. So, we are going to be doing a glyph, and a glyph means we are going to be making a penguin by following a code and using some symbols. So, we're going to read the direction and then we're going to see how we can symbolize it according to what we think. Okay? So you should have your instructions. You should have a white piece of paper, two little orange strips, a black piece of construction paper, and you should have two pieces of paper, one that has a hat and skates on it, and one that has two scarves on it. Okay? Then you should have scissors, a glue stick, and your crayons. Go ahead and pause my video and make sure you have all of those things so we can get started. And while you do that, I'm going to pop up. Here I come. Whee! Okay. I have my gold and black shirt on and I am excited to make a penguin craft with you today. All right. So, we are going to make a craft in kind of a cool way, not the way that you would normally think, okay? We're going to rip. What are we going to rip? Oh my gosh, we're not going to rip anything we're not supposed to. We're going to rip our paper. Now, you know at school we always say, don't rip your paper, don't crinkle your paper, but today we actually get to do that. So, I am going to start with my black paper first, okay? And I'm going to draw a giant oval on that paper. What do you think the oval is going to be? Now we want to save a little bit of room in the corners. Okay, I'm going to use a white crayon because I can really see it. But you can use a pencil or any color of crayon just so that you can see your outline. I'll show you mine, so just give me 1 second here. Whee! Okay, I drew a giant oval. There it is. Okay, everybody have that? Now, I'm going to cut off the ends because I need these ends for something else. So, just going to cut off the corners, okay? Cut off that corner, and I'm going to cut off that corner. And I'm going to save these two triangles because I'm going to use them for something. I bet you know what it's going to be. All right, so now I have this oval, and I have a piece of paper. And I'm going to try and rip the paper all the way around the oval. Okay, so take your time, and it's okay if it's not right on the line. It's going to be a little bit choppy at the edges. It's going to look like that. See how mine looks? It looks like feathers, doesn't it? Okay, we're going to make our penguin look real. So I'm going to keep on going all the way around my oval, and you follow along with me. It's okay if you get little areas like this because that just looks like fur. But you definitely want to try to stay on your oval. And do you see how I'm pinching? I'm pinching with these two fingers. Whoops. If you have a big piece, you can even rip it off. I'm pinching with these two fingers to hold my paper in place. And I'm pinching right on the line. Okay, I'm pinching right around that line so that my rip goes pretty much where I want it to go. But we don't want it to be perfect. This is one time that we really don't want it to be perfect. We want it to be a little rough. Now I have mine like this, but there's still a piece up here that is really above the line. So I'm going to continue, go really slowly and just rip it so that you have it like that. Oh, look at that. It kind of looks like a furry body for a penguin, doesn't it? All right, I like to keep my work area neat, so I'm going to throw these scraps right into the garbage behind me, and we can continue. Now, the next thing we have to do is we have to make the middle of the penguin. So guess what? You are going to take your white piece of paper. Now, I'm going to use a different colored crayon, of course, because I'm using white. And I think I'll use yellow because I know penguins are black and gold. Now, what I'm going to do is make a circle that is a little bit smaller than the black one, okay? So it's going to be about that big. I don't know if you can see that. Let me move it over. Right about there. Okay, so it's not very big. It's way less than half the paper. So I'm going to cut my paper in half. And in fact, before you draw your circle, you could even fold your paper in half, okay? Because you don't need all of that paper right now. I'm going to cut it in half, and I am going to rip. We're ripping its belly. Oh, I hope it doesn't hurt. I don't think it will. Now I'm going to rip the middle in that oval so it looks fuzzy wuzzy was a penguin, right? Oh, I love to rip. It's so much fun, but you have to be careful because you want it to stay in the shape of an oval the best you can. Now, penguins are not perfect. So if it's not a perfect oval, that's okay. All right, so I'm ripping mine. I'm getting close. Oops, I ripped a little too much, but that's okay. All right, so there is my belly of my penguin. Now, I have a little bit of crayon mark on this side, so I'm going to use this good side for my penguin, okay? I don't want crayon sticking out. And I'm going to take its fuzzy belly, and I'm going to glue it towards the bottom of the penguin, okay? Because we need some room for his eyes and nose and something else that goes here and here. All right, so I'm going to take my glue stick, glue that white belly on your penguin. Whee! Now remember, you need a lot of glue. You need to go around the edges, but not too much glue. All right, there's mine. I'm going to glue it on there. Okay. I'm pushing it down. If you have a little edge sticking up, I always put a little glue there and push it down because I really don't like when edges are sticking up. Ah, starting to look like a penguini, isn't he? All right, the next thing, I'm going to get rid of my strap because I like a neat workspace. Boom. Now, I'm going to look, well, before I look at my directions, I'm going to take these two orange pieces and make the penguin's feet so that he can waddle. And the way that I'm going to do that is I'm not going to rip this paper. I'm going to cut it. All right, so I'm just going to take a crayon, and you can use whatever color. I chose black. And I'm just going to make 3 bumps. I'll show you. So I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3. See that? And I'm going to put my 2 pieces of orange paper together because then if I hold it really tightly and I cut out one, okay, I have to make sure that it stays exactly together. It will make 2 exactly the same. Okay, so I'm going to squeeze it. I'm squeezing really tight. And now I'm going to cut out. And when I spin it, I have to grab it quickly and hold it really tightly. Okay, real tight. Really tightly. That does not sound right, does it? Okay, cutting. I'm on my last penguin toe. All right, and then when I'm done, I should have 2 exactly the same. And now this one I can see has a little crayon. Make sure you don't use the crayon sides. You're going to flip them upside down. And you're going to put the glue right at the top of the foot and glue it to the back of your penguin. So it looks like he has 2 little feet sticking out the bottom. Okay, go ahead and pause my video. Or if you can do it with me that quickly, that's great too. I'm going to put my feet on my little penguin. Oh, he's looking so cute. What are you going to name your penguin? I don't know. If it's chubby, you can name him Porky Penguin or Pinky Penguin. Okay, so there is my penguin so far. Okay, now I need what? A beak on him, and I need some eyeballs and some woohoo wings. All right, so let's start with the wings. I have these 2 triangles, right, that I cut off my corners. So can I just put those right on for his wings? Sure, I can. I'm going to put some glue right here at the edge, okay, like this. And now I'm going to glue that to always the back of the penguin. And you can make his wings go whatever direction you want. So there's one, and now I'm going to do the other one. Put some glue on there. Okay, there it is. And now I'm going to glue this one. So my penguin's wings are going up in the air. He's a happy penguin. There he is so far. All right, we have one more thing to make before we're going to start following our glyph instructions. First, we're making the penguin himself, and then we are going to follow our directions to make our penguins special and just like us. It's going to represent us, okay, and the things that we like. So, oh my, he looks blind. I need some eyeballs on my penguin. So I'm going to get the white paper. I should still have a whole half left, and you can even use a little piece from one of these if you want, but I'm going to use this. And I'm just going to, again, I want my eyes to be the same. So I'm going to do 2 pieces at the same time. I'm going to draw another oval, or maybe kind of between a circle and an oval. You can draw your eyes however you want. I made mine just like that. Looks like a little circle or an egg. And I'm going to cut out 2 at one time. I'm going to go very slowly because this is small. I'm spinning my paper and I'm constantly squeezing my paper. Okay, I'm constantly squeezing it. Constantly squeezing it as I spin. It gets a little tough if you have a big piece, but you can do it. See how I moved my hand and I grabbed it on the other side then. And now I'm actually going to squeeze it on the little eyeball, okay, because it's easier for me to hold it that way. Okay, and now, oops, I have a little point on there. I'm going to trim that little point off because I don't like him to have a pointy eye. That's kind of bizarre. All right, so here are my 2 little eyeballs. Ooh, they're so little, they're hard to get apart. Come on, little eyes, where are you? Okay, and I'm going to glue stick them onto my penguin. So sometimes it's easier if you just hold your eye, rub it like that with a glue stick, and then put it on. Rather than gluing onto your penguin and putting the eye onto that, because then you get big glue stick smudges, don't you, on your paper. So because these are little, I'm just going to hold it in my hand, rub a little glue on there, and stick it on my paper. Okay? All right. So now I have these 2 little penguin eyes. Okay? There they are. And I have a space in here and a space up here. So that's how your eyes should look. I think I'm going to put little black dots, color my eyes in a little bit so my penguin looks a little more detailed, okay? Whoops, I went a little too high on that, but I can always fix all of my mistakes, okay? I don't get too worried if I make a mistake. That's how we learn. All right, so that's how I did my eyes. I just colored them in a little bit. So here's my penguin so far. Oh, I'm so excited. He looks great. Now I'm going to follow my directions, okay? So these are my directions. Now we have to make the beak first. The beak is the very first thing. And it says, if you are a girl, give him an orange beak. I'm sorry, if you are a boy, give him an orange beak. And if you're a girl, give him a yellow beak. So I'm going to cut a beak out of my paper, okay? And I just did it kind of like a triangle, almost like a carrot. And I'm going to put it on. I'm going to do it long, up and down. And I'm going to color mine yellow because I am a girl. Okay? So where did I put my yellow crayon? See why we have to stay organized? It's here. Here it is. Whee! All right, so color your beak. And the second thing we're going to do is we're going to give him skates. So pause my video and cut out your 2 skates, but then you want to cut that ribbon off at the top. So you should have 2 like this, okay? Snip them apart and cut the ribbon off. Now that'll take you a little bit of time. This is really good practice in cutting for you. All right, while you do that, I'm going to clean up my area and I'm going to go to my next direction. So you should have paused me and you should be back. All right, we are ready to look at our skates. Now, it says on my paper, what is your favorite subject? If you like blue science, color your skates blue. If you like math, color them red. If you like reading, color them yellow. And if you like gym, color them green. Okay, so we're looking at the skates right here. I would take your crayon and check which one you're going to do. All right, I really like reading, so I'm going to color mine yellow. And I'll show you what I'm going to do on my glyph here. I'm going to color in the color that I'm making my things, just so that I know. So I'm going to very quickly color my skates yellow. Okay, and then I'm going to glue them to my penguin feet. Okay. Okay, I'm so excited. I love to make crafts with you. And if you want to do this in chunks, you can take a break. You can go play for a while and then come back to it, okay? All right, now I'm going to glue my skates onto his feet. So I'm going to put the glue at the top of the skate where the fuzzy or the dots are, okay? And I'm going to glue one to each side. Some of yours will be red, blue, green. Mine are yellow because I love reading. Okay, so here he is. Isn't he looking great? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, the next thing is the scarf. Now, there are two different scarves on your paper. It says, if you like the emperor penguin, you know I do, I'm going to just color a plain scarf. If you like the striped macaroni penguin, you're going to make a macaroni penguin, you're going to make a striped scarf. And if you like the little tiny blue fairy penguin, you will make a polka dotted scarf. So you can choose which scarf you want. You can have this one around his neck or a long flowy one. I chose the long furry one. And I'm supposed to color mine plain. So I'm going to look at my penguin. I have yellow, orange, black. I think I might make his scarf a different color. Maybe I'll make it blue, okay? Now I'm going to color mine all one color because what do you remember? I'm coloring mine all blue because I like the emperor penguin. You're right if that's what you said. All right, so take a minute. You can pause my video. I'm going quickly. And go ahead and color in your scarf. And then we're going to glue the scarf on the penguin's neck, of course, right? So I'm going to come, and now it's going to cover up a little bit of his fur, and that's okay. I'm going to start it right over at the edge, and I'm going to glue my penguin scarf on. All right? So there we go. Now he has a scarf. And the last thing that we have to give our penguin is his hat. Okay, so we're going to jump down past the snowflakes and we're going to go to his hat. Now, it says if you like to go downhill skiing, which I love, blue. If you like to go ice skating and play hockey, yellow. I know that's going to be my friend Joe Bittner. If you like if you like sledding, make him green. And if you like ice fishing, make him red. I think I'm going to do sledding. So I'm going to make his hat red. I'm sorry. I think it's green, isn't it? Yes. Oh, you know why I got confused? Because I didn't color it. I need to find my green crayon and make sure that I color the right one. So I know green was sledding, okay? And I know the plain scarf was the emperor. I have to make sure I do that on my direction sheet. Okay, so now I know I'm coloring the right one. So I'm going to get my green and I am going to color his hat. Okay, now when we glue the hat on him, we're going to put the glue on this inside part. So you don't have to color that part. Just color the other part. Okay, so I'm going to color mine green and I'm going to make the ball on top nice and dark green. So it looks like a real little hat, okay? I'm staying in the lines. I'm coloring back and forth quickly. I'm not leaving any white. And then I'm going to color his ball nice and dark green. I hope you're having fun. I know this video is long, but it's a fun video and a craft video. And again, you can pause it and do a little bit at a time. You don't have to do it all at once, but I think you're going to want to because I think you're going to love doing this craft. I know I do. Okay, there's my hat. It's green and there's a dark green ball. I'm going to put glue at the bottom where I told you, and I'm going to glue it underneath the penguin on his head. Oh, look at him. Doesn't he look great? He's amazing. Now, the last thing that my penguin glyph directions said was draw snowflakes. Well, where am I going to draw snowflakes? I think you had a piece of paper that was holding all of your things together. It was a giant piece of paper. Okay, if you don't have it, it's okay. You can just leave your penguin like this. But if you do have it, you can glue your penguin onto that big piece of paper. So I'm going to put glue all over the back of my penguin. Whee! He's trying to slide away. He's trying to go sliding down the hill as I'm gluing him. Okay, I have all the glue on the back. I'm going to press him down onto this big white paper that was your folder. And there he is. There is my penguin. And the last direction gave us snowflakes. It said, make the number of snowflakes that you have in your family that equals the number of people you have in your family. So I'm going to use blue for my snowflakes. And I have Mr. Jack. So I'm making a plus and a star for my snowflake. I have me. I'm not going to forget myself. I have Leah, my oldest daughter, Carly, my middle daughter, and Abby, my youngest daughter. So I have snowflakes around my penguins. Just because I want to make my penguin great, I'm going to go to the bottom and I'm going to make 3 little snowflakes. And those are for my 3 puppies. I made 3 for Max, Mandy, and Minnie. And if you want, you can even make some snow at the bottom of your penguin paper so that it looks like he's skating on snow or a frozen pond. And there you have it. So I can't wait to see your penguin in your video, your Flipgrid, or if you want to take a picture of him, you can. So what I need is your penguin, your informational writing that should be 2 pages and have 6 sentences, and the detailed penguin that you drew, the emperor penguin. I believe it was on Tuesday. Oh, boys and girls, I can't tell you how much I loved learning about penguins with you. I hope you had fun and learned as much as I did. And I will see you next week. Have a fantastic weekend. Bye.